Hi there, future home buyers and savvy home sellers. This is your favorite real estate agent, Patricia Omishakin, right here in Smyrna, Tennessee. And today I have some exciting market updates for you, so grab a seat. Let's dive right in. All right, y'all. So we're going to be looking at single family homes, residential homes in Smyrna, Murfreesboro, and Rutherford County. Typically, I focus on Smyrna, but I wanted to see a little bit more of a bigger picture this time around. So we're going to start with days on market. I'm looking at 3 months worth of history, and it's going to be monthly. One of the metrics I like to look at is the median days list to contract. So once the house is on the market, and it's listed, how many days is it taking to get onto contract? And we like to look at median, not average, because median tends to be a little bit more accurate because it's kind of in the middle. So it gets rid of the outliers that are on the one extreme or the other. So looking at Smyrna, which is the blue line, we have for the month of April, it's taking about 17 days for a home that gets listed in Smyrna to go on a contract. In Murfreesboro, it's taking a little bit longer. It's taking 19 days. And for Rutherford County as a whole, it's taking 21 days. So what that means is if, say, you're priced right for market value, condition of your home looks good, you're in a great location, marketing is done correctly, your home should go under contract if you're in Smyrna in 17 days. That's the median. Okay, second metric here is how long does it take in from contract to close? In Smyrna, that's taking about 35 days. It's a little bit shorter in Rutherford at 33. And in Murfreesboro, it's taking about 32 days. So they're all kind of in line. And then lastly here is how long is it taking from the time you have it listed and it's active in MLS to when it closes? And that process is taking any 1 day, so just shy of 3 months in Smyrna. And in Rutherford County, it's taking 65 days, so just a little over 2 months. And in Murfreesboro, it's taking exactly 60 days, so 2 months. All right, next metric we're going to look at is new listings. That's always exciting. That just tells us how the market is doing, how if sellers are, at the point where they're being more active and putting their homes on the market, if we're getting more inventory on the market, basically. And for April, you can see this past 3 months is kind of held pretty steady. And for April, we had 120 new listings coming into the market. For Murfreesboro, we had 400. That's up almost 10%. And in Rutherford County as a whole, an average of 3% higher than the previous month. So that's a great indication that the market is healthy or it's getting healthy. We're nowhere near where we need to be, pre-pandemic, but at least this upward trend means there's more activity in the market. That means for a buyer that's looking to buy, you have a few more homes to pick from. So the inventory is not as tight as maybe say back in February. So things are picking up, and that's to be expected. Spring market is when things start to pick up, and then summer is, of course, the busiest time of the year. All right, so we'll also look at what's closed. We had in Smyrna, 86 closings in the month of March. In Murfreesboro, we had 218. In Rutherford County, 383. And all of those saw an increase. For Smyrna, well, actually, the other two saw a loss. Smyrna saw a huge increase of about 26% additional closings compared to the previous month, which was at 68. All right, so let's see, as far as active inventory in Smyrna, there are currently 137 listings, residential homes. That is up about 8% from the previous month. In Murfreesboro, that's up. Inventory is up 6%. And in Rutherford County as a whole, is up 4%. All right, so let's look at the median sales price per list price percentage. And we're tracking 100% for all three, which means sellers that are putting their homes on the market, they're actually getting their asking price, their list price for their listing. So that's a good sign. That means that the sellers are actually pricing them right, which is also good. That means we're not seeing a ton of price reductions in the area because based on this, Let's look at this one, however. We can see, yes, in January they weren't getting as quite as much. Well, at 99%, 99.6 is still impressive, and Murfreesboro is 98.4. It's not exactly 100%, but still impressive. And then once we got to February, March, April, it's pretty much 100% of their asking is what the sellers are getting for their property. So in Rutherford County, for a median sales price of closed homes, we're looking right at $460,000. That's gone up 2.89% from the previous month, and that went up 5.31% from the month prior. So we started the year off at 427, and as you see, the prices have continued to rise. In Smyrna, we're looking at $464,000 is how much a median priced home that's closed, how much it's sold for. So if you're looking for a home in Smyrna, most homes are going to be in that price range. People are saying that interest rates are high. They're waiting for interest rates to drop. What happens when the interest rates drop is that that's going to increase the demand, which we already have a huge pent-up demand right now. So once those rates drop, everybody that's been on the sidelines, it's going to get back in the market. And guess what? I showed you the inventory, right? We don't have a ton of inventory. So that most likely will drive the prices up because there are going to be more people looking at the smaller amount of inventory we have. So my advice to any buyers, future home buyers, any buyers looking, now is a good time to go ahead and jump in the market. Buy now, even if the rates are somewhat high, which we'll touch a little bit on the rates. The hope is that you can refinance it down the line. You can do a 3-2-1 buy down right now, save on some money up front, and then refinance in 2 years or 3 years when the interest rates are hopefully lower. That way you don't lose out on the opportunity to also start building that generational wealth, building the equity. So lastly, we're going to touch on supply and demand. Here is still a very strong seller's market. As we can see, a normal market, a market that's healthy between sellers and buyers, will be about 6 months worth of supply. Here we have only 3.2 in January, and as of right now, we have 2.62 in Rutherford County, which is up 7% from last month, from March. And in Murfreesboro, we're looking at 2.54. That's up 12% plus since the previous month. And in Smyrna, the inventory actually went down. So we're looking at a negative here. So we're right around 2.1% in Smyrna. So all that to say, people that are holding off and waiting on the sidelines, hoping that once the rate drops, they can jump back in the market. They may be a little disappointed because the prices, what's going to happen is the rates drop, but the prices are going to go up. And not only that, you have less inventory to pick from. So there might be 5 people to one home. So we might run into bidding wars where people are paying above the asking price just to get in the home. So right now, while you can pick and choose and look around, now is a good time. Another option to look at is getting into new construction. I always stress new construction, because builders are offering incentives. They have tons of incentives. Usually they give you a lot of amount towards closing. You can use it for upgrades. I know most people, the trend right now, of course, because the rates are high, is to buy down the rate. In some cases, the rates are already bought down. They're as low as 4.99% in some communities. So if you want the list of homes that have those kind of incentives where the rates are lower, give me a shout out. Text me, call me, 615-730-0037. I would love to help you get into a home because, hey, like I said, this is the time. Now is the time to go ahead and get off the sidelines. Let's not wait until those rates drop and then the prices go up even more. So you've really not helped anything, and you've actually missed out on opportunity, a year, 2 years of building that equity, building that wealth. Because most people, I don't have the metric the graph in front of me, but homeowners have 40 times, I think, or is it 10 times? I have to look it up, more wealth than the person that's renting. And rent, yeah, is probably trending down a little bit, but it's still up there. If you can afford $2,000 in rent, you can afford to buy a home. So here is where we were with the interest. I mean, here we are today. Today's rate is 7.17 for a 30-year fixed. If you're looking for FHA, it's a little bit lower. And they've decreased the mortgage insurance that's paid up front. So this, for a lot of people, makes a lot of sense. If you need down payment assistance, I am partnered with great lenders that can help you with different programs to get assistance. And here, just wanted to show you what the rates were starting in April. We were at 7.05. It started climbing up to 7.5. A lot of this has to do with inflation, the Fed's cutting the rates, all that fun stuff. And then at one point, we actually got down to 6.9, just right under 6.99, right there. And then it started going back up again. So, yeah, I'd love to help you. You know my number. Give me a shout out. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more information about the market trends, you can click in the upper right corner. I believe it's going to be a QR code, so you can get a monthly digest of the market, today's market, for the difference for Smyrna, Murfreesboro, and Rutherford County. And also, if you're actually already a homeowner and you want to know how much equity you have in your house, I have a tool called Homebot that you can download. I'll put the link to in the description box, so look for it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if this is your very first time watching my videos, I want to wish you a very warm welcome. Hello, hello, hello. I would love for you to join our community. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post videos. I post videos weekly about all things new construction, living in Smyrna, Tennessee, and yeah, anything else that you ask me to help you post. So yeah, that's it for today, and we'll see you in the next video.